Hello, everyone. I am so excited that you all are here today. We have a really big initiative coming forward. We want to, of course, go over the recap of past events and upcoming events so that you can keep your eyes out for those. Updates for the board and HGC updates will be happening, as well as updates from students, clubs, and societies. And then the most important part, we will have a vote on the Constitution. I know there was a quick question around if there was like a section that was more specific than the other, we will be fixing that. That's not a problem. And then just if there were like grammar errors, we can still fix those after a vote, as long as we don't change the content. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start. Ooh, I'm not on the right screen to start. Okay. All right. Last month, we were supposed to have the art and wellness, but it got rescheduled. That is partially on us, partially on admin, but probably more on us for just getting it in a little too late. Are you guys able to? Oh, you aren't able to see my screen, are you? Oops. Sorry, guys. I thought I had my screen up. All right. Can you see it now? Can everyone see it? Can I get a thumbs up if you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we have a couple things coming up. The art and wellness event was rescheduled. The Harvard Square homeless shelter volunteer night is coming up. Our director of community and public service, Paul, is leading the charge on that. We will also have availability for you to register for that on my DCE. One quick note with my DCE, it seems that not everyone is seeing all the incredible work that we are doing and that to sign up for it. If you are not seeing things from HESA on your My DCE when you go down to events, please email activities@extension.harvard.edu. Now, the most exciting thing is we do have our annual Harvard Square homeless shelter event. This is basically a fundraising initiative that we do every year. We have an Amazon list that gets sent directly to the Harvard Square homeless shelter. Paul can talk a lot more about this, but we do have a code for you just to use your phone and see exactly what is in need right now. Upcoming this month is big. We've got 2 professor spotlight events. One is right after this. HESA Here's You office hours. Mine are coming up. Nathan's are coming up. So we have every one of our officers doing a HESA Here's You office hour. Mine and Nathan, you can register through my DCE. And then for the others, just check our social medias. You will see them. They will have like tiny URL links that you can register for. Again, Harvard Square Homeless Shelter is literally one of my most favorite events that we do. And Paul has really taken the initiative to make the work even more impactful this year. And then the art and wellness event will be in December. And then we will be doing the Constitution today. So Professor Spotlight is Mark Layton. Today, if you just stay on this, you'll be able to watch him. It is regenerative agriculture and your sustainability community through the Tuscany course. It is incredible. I took it last year. You spend 1 week in Tuscany. It's lovely, but it's really cool, especially for those who are interested in sustainability or those of you who are interested in how to see if a business can financially work. It's really very applicable to a lot of different areas. Upcoming later this next week, I think it is. Yeah, Saturday, November 15th, we have a professor spotlight event, leadership and politics. This I've heard is an incredible class from someone I trust to tell me if it's a good class or not. So I'm really excited to see the turnout for that. Again, Harvard Square Homeless Shelter Drive starts today. Please scan, donate. It's a really hard time for a lot of people right now. We tried to put a myriad of price points. Yes, we have some that are like $200 for like a big bulk of things, or we have things that are like $10 to $20. So if you can only spare a little bit, it is a really hard time right now for a lot of people. And I think this couldn't be better timed. We have a newsletter that's coming out later this month. So that's really exciting. So you'll finally start hearing all the incredible work we're doing in newsletter form. And then I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to my board. Lindsay.
Oh, sorry. I thought HGC was going first.
Oh, you're right. Is Moody here? Harvard Graduate Council, the one thing I do know that they're doing right now, since I don't see Moody here, is they're doing a tailgate for the Harvard Yale game. The tickets are only available for the first 100 of every school. I know that this was an incredible event last year. I think it's on November 20th. It's whenever the Harvard Yale game is. We didn't get the slide updated on this one, but I'm really excited. It's really cool, especially if you're in Cambridge or want to be in Cambridge. The tailgate sounds incredible. Last year, they did it in a big theater. And so you watched it there because it was at Yale. This year it is at Harvard. I'm sure it's going to get fun and crazy in the best way. So go Crimson. All right, student society. Oh, and now I can go ahead and I'm going to roll back up. Lindsay.
Sorry about that. Okay, so my current title is Director of Student Involvement, and one of the things in the Constitution that we're voting on includes a name change for the title. It was previously Director of Student Affairs, but the OSA didn't like it because it was too similar to their name. And so we've come up with a better one that better fits what we're doing, which is connecting students with resources. So the new one, if you guys are all willing to vote yes on our Constitution, is Director of Student Resource Connections. And what my team is working on is updating the resource list, where we have a spreadsheet going where we're going to test all the existing links on the HESA website, and then we're adding some additional resources to that, like student discounts that may not have been on there before. And then we're working on contacting the offices at the school to get some events. So like we have the professor spotlights, we'd also like to do some office spotlights. I've reached out to a couple so far and haven't heard back. And then my committee is quickly growing. I contacted everyone who said they were interested in joining the committee on a form that I believe Justin Nathan shared at the beginning of the semester. And I've heard back from, I think, 7 out of 9 who said yes. So we just had 7 new people join our committee, and we already had, 5 or 6 of us before that. We'll be meeting every other week. I think that's allowed. Every other week, I think. So we're planning to meet next on an off day. I have to look at the calendar. I believe the 18th instead of the 19th. Otherwise, it's going to be on Wednesdays going forward. So if you're interested in joining, let me know and I can add you to the team.
All right, great. Paul.
Hi, everybody. My name is Paul Bosmer. I am the Director of Community and Public Service here at HESA. We have some cool things going on this semester that I'd love for everybody to get involved with. The first that Jess mentioned before was the Harvard Square Homeless Shelter volunteer opportunities. It's a great time. We have a lot of fun. Right now, the homeless shelter is in desperate need of supplies. Hand warmers, gloves, hats, everything is lacking in there. We have our street team that goes out and we walk around and hand things out to the public. And yeah, right now we had no hand warmers on Thursday, which was rough. So if you guys could especially focus on warm things that are on the list, but every little thing helps. And our next homeless shelter event, we have one coming up on November 20th, and we have another one coming up on December 6th. And we would love to see you guys there. My deputy director, Gabby Bello, has been doing an amazing job. She is leading an initiative for donations to the Native Land Conservatory, which preserves and restores land by fighting against unchecked development and climate change. If you guys feel passionate about that topic, please reach out. We will be posting links on our social media soon for people to be able to donate to that. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Akumbo.
Hey everyone. Hi. So I am Takumbo and I am the director of Club and Society Affairs. And me and my team, or my team and I, have been diligently working on a number of things this semester. One of the top things that we've been working on is trying to standardize the process for new societies and the whole application process, and being able to actually set expectations on what to expect and what the timeline is. And it has taken quite a bit of effort to put all of that together, but my team has been awesome. Stephanie, Mel, Ola have done an amazing job. And so we are, I would say, about 90% up there, but we're 90% finished, but I think we should be able to wrap it up before the end of the semester so that we have very clear steps as to how to submit, how to get approved, what the timeline is as well. And then what we're also doing is one of the things we worked on this semester as well is we were able to update all the contact lists for all the student leaders. Mel, I think many of you most likely heard from her at some point, really hustled and did an amazing job at being able to pull all that together. So we now have a updated and current student leader contact list, which will also be reflected on the website. We are planning to do an annual meeting with all student society leaders. And that is not going to happen this semester, but the goal is to have it next semester. And also by that time, we should also have at least 2 new societies that will be joining, fingers crossed. So we're really hoping that they'll be able to be a part and participate in that. And lastly, office hours this month will be November 21st at 6 p.m. Eastern. So we really look forward to seeing anybody that wants to stop in and say hi.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Takumbo. I'm going to go ahead and have Tim go next.
Hi. Yeah, I'm currently a bit underwater because of the midterms, the second midterms actually already. The updates we have is that we wrote to each of the societies and clubs and asked if their website is up to date. And Mel did here the outreaching and did a very good job in keeping up with the people. And I still need to reach out to Puya on one, but most of the status is where it has to be.
All right.
That's
Great.
the most update I can give right now.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Good luck with the midterms. We have all been there. Regina, are you able to speak? I know you are also at work. So
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Hi, everyone. So thank you so much for joining us today. The first thing is that, yes, our Art and Wellness event is rescheduled. It will be on December 2nd at 3 p.m. This is a hybrid event. We'll have a Zoom link available for all of those joining us remotely. And if you are in the Boston area, we invite you to come to Cambridge and join us on a physical location to join this event. So we're really excited. We're working with Marie, who is an art therapist based in Boston, and she will be guiding us in an session of creative art making and relaxation, especially during up to finals. A couple of my updates is that I am hosting my office hours on November 17 at noon Eastern time. Please check out our HESA social media for more information about this. If you have any ideas for events or want to get to know me, I would love to see you there. And my other update is that in January, the start of the next semester, actually the first week on January 27, we are hosting an alum panel with the HESA alum board. So it's really exciting. It's gonna be the theme will be like Korean transitions and how as a degree has changed the course of your life and then your career. So we're really excited. Ariel Gamino, who's the person might be on the panel, I'm trying to convince him, and I'll be moderating. So please come. It'll be a really nice time, and it will be, and I want to give you the right date, but it will be at 8 p.m. Eastern time, so 5 p.m. Western time, and I do not know the other times, but it will be on January 27th. Please be out on the lookout for that.
Fantastic. I am super excited to have everyone have their office hours up, ready to go. But I'm also really excited that we're going to start focusing a little more on career transitions and what to do with your degree that you're getting from those who've actually done it. So I'm really excited about that. Thank you so much, Regina. Kim, are you available? Let's see if I see Kim in here.
I just texted him.
Okay, so we'll skip Kim, and I don't believe Helene is here. No. All right, so we're going to skip Helene. So I'm going to go here. And then we're going to start with student society and club updates. I will let Carly Ray take it from here.
All right, so I'm Carly Ray, the president of the Creative Writing and Literature Student Club, and we have some exciting events coming up, and they're all on your DCE, like under the events. So the first is next Saturday from 11 to 12. We have literary agent Bethany Jett joining us. And then we have the following, let's see, on Saturday, December 6th, we have Kate Angelina, and she's doing our first ever like Red Pen Live editing event. So there's still time if you want to submit like one page of one of your chapters, and she's going to be live editing 3 pieces for us to see active voice or passive voice or how to really hook in a reader. So that's going to be really exciting to have her come on. And then we have another literary hour event that is happening Thursday, December 4th from 7 to 8. We're trying to not only do them on Saturdays because we had a lot of requests to try to put them on different days. So we're doing a weekday for her, and that's Jennifer Rofe, and she's the senior literary agent at Andrea Brown Literary Agency. And then we also have our Book It Up Book Club. So we do genres each month. And this month we have our Book It Up Book Club Romance Genre Month that will be happening. And that is happening, I believe I just posted it. It will be Friday, November 21st. And then we have Book It Up Book Club, the Holiday Genre Month. And it can be any book that you read in that genre. We come on and talk about craft, or we talk about the synopsis of the book. And then we're also going to be launching professor spotlights for some of the creative writing and literature feature professors that teach. So we are going to be having Chris Mooney, who teaches suspense, thriller. He's teaching capstone, I believe, and writing the novel in the spring. He'll be joining us in December as well. So look out for that announcement.
Fantastic. Thank you. The Psychology Club is not able to be here today, but they wanted to have you reminded they have several upcoming events. I adore the Psychology Club. They're always doing really cool things. So if you're not a part of their WhatsApp, please join. They have a couple of virtual events coming up, one in November and one in December. The November one is the Doctoral Psychology Alumni Panel from HES to PhD to PsyD. I've never seen that. And then that's on November 21st. And then in December, they have the AI, human cognition. All right, next. Veterans, Bonita.
Hi, everybody. Great to see you. We've had some scheduling challenges with guests of honor who are employed by the federal government who are not available to support us. So we do hope to get some traction with events on the calendar before the end of the term. So I'll keep you posted. Just to highlight that Monday is the birthday of my beloved Marine Corps, and Tuesday is Veterans Day. Carly Ray always does such a beautiful job creating our socials, so we'll see some traction around that. And we do still have plans to get a HES newsletter in the rotation, but not much to add this month for us.
Fantastic. All right, I'm going to toss it back to Carly Ray.
All right, so for our Lifestyle Medicine Student Society, we have an exciting event coming up. It's with Professor Dr. Beth Frades. She's going to be joining us Tuesday, December 9th from 6 to 7, and she's going to be talking about lifestyle medicine, some of her work. I know she just got back from a lifestyle medicine conference in Malaysia, so she's going to be doing an hour-long event, so we hope to see you there. You can register. I'll put the link in the chat at tinyurl.com/Beth Frades, and that is our upcoming event we have for lifestyle medicine.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so we dropped the new constitution in the chat yesterday, and then I don't know exactly how this is supposed to go as far as like formalities. So hear ye, we're going to vote on the Constitution is how I'm going to go about it. Nathan, you want to help me out with your lawyering?
Yes, here, Madam President, I make a motion that the Constitution be taken up and voted on.
Fantastic. Do I hear a second? Someone's got to raise their hand.
Second.
First, perfect. Okay. So I am trying to figure out the best way to do this. If you could, please use the emoji next, or when you go down and you can react, I think you can put it as your, let me see here.
Do we want to just do like a raise hands?
Yeah, if everyone could raise your hand, and if you're off camera, at least put it in the reaction. All right. So let's see how many we have.
Just to clarify, a raised hand is a yes.
Raised hand is a yes, correct. All right.
Were you going to cover some of the main changes to the Constitution?
Oh, you are so right. Correct. Sorry. I got distracted by all the other things. Lindsay, can you take down numbers? Hold on. Escape. Okay, so the main thing that we are changing is basically the key changes are updating job descriptions. That's a huge one. So when people joined HESA, they didn't necessarily know what they were supposed to do or not supposed to do. We didn't have attendance clearly outlined. We updated explicitly like the university policies that we follow. We've also updated things around the election period to hopefully make them more hopefully civilized, and also removing parts to the Constitution that admin never agreed to in the first place. This was one of the things that is contingent on us being a student government, is having a collaborative constitution. So those are the main points that have changed since the last one, but it's pretty much just clarifying things like what's required of different people or societies in order to continue staying in those spots and leadership positions. We wanted to make sure we avoided things where people could potentially game the system by getting elected and then having their deputies do all the work, which we've run into in the past. So we want to make sure that is fixed. All right, so if you could all raise your hands again, and that way we can make sure to vote. All right. I think we have 2/3 of a vote, which is the requirement currently. All right, we have 21 votes out of 25. Fantastic. This is now passed. I'm really excited. Thank you guys so much. I'm really excited to see all the great work we continue to do. And then obviously I can go ahead now and say the General Assembly, what's next? I'm so excited. Yeah, I love those emojis. Let's go. General Assembly, what's next? RSVP for all the upcoming events through My DCE. If you are not seeing events like this in My DCE, I know I had to send out a couple links to a couple people. Please email admin at activities at extension.harvard.edu. And then outside of that, please join our WhatsApp. We do have a monthly meeting with Dean Coleman coming up. We have time for question and answers, but I wanted to make sure if you scan this right here, it'll take you to all of our link tree so you can keep up with us on Instagram and our website. And then again, I want to shamelessly plug our Harvard Homeless Square shelter. So please, thank you so much. And then I just need the board. But if you're staying for the professor spotlight, you can stay on, but I do need all the board members to stay on as well for the next few minutes so we can ratify it. Thank you so much, everyone.